Hi, it's me. I'm back for another video, and this time instead of perfumes, I think I will do a jewelry collection video. So just this last couple of, maybe like 3 or 4 years, I've been interested in jewelry, whereas I've never been previously in my whole life. I was very stuck on perfumes as my hobby. Then I went to handbags, and now I'm interested in jewelry now. So let's get started. Here's my jewelry collection. I have mostly rings and some jade pieces because that's what I enjoy wearing. I don't like any other types of jewelry, but hope you enjoy it. So first, I would like to show you something from my jade collection. And this is just a plain jade tablet that's on a sort of like a cord. And this cord is made of thread, and it is knotted in this really cool Asian knots way. And it also has like a little red carnelian, I think, or red agate bead on top. So this jade I especially love. I got this online from Etsy through a Singapore store. And what I love about this jade is that it has so many beautiful patterns in it and so many beautiful colors. As you can see, it's not your stereotypical dark green color. It's white with specks of black and specks of orange, like a rusty brown, kind of like all over it. And this whole bottom part on both sides has no carving. It's just plain, and it only has a bit of carving on top, and it's carving of two side-by-side I think chimeras or something like that, a mythical beast. But I really love this because the color is so beautiful. It kind of reminds me of tweed a little bit, like the different color patterns. And the interesting thing is, when you wear this, the longer you wear it, the more apparent that the colors come out of the jade. Before it was kind of like dusty and kind of more opaque, but now it seems a lot more transparent than before. And that's why people like jade. Asian people feel that jade changes as time goes on. And I'm pretty sure, you know, because jade is porous, it probably gets affected by water and by moisture and stuff like that. And to me, this jade tablet actually got more and more intricate and more beautiful and more revealing of its color patterns than before. So I really like this. Another reason why people like jade is that I find it more personal than gold. So gold is basically almost like the same looking every time. You know, you mix in like your rose gold or white gold and stuff, and you put it in a pattern, and that's what people like about it. You can mold it into any pattern. But jade, the stone itself, is what's the most interesting, and because it's always different. There's different patterns, and it's very personal, actually. And I also like jade because it's so cold. This jade is super cold and super soothing. So when I get like puffy eyes in the morning, I like to put this jade on top of my eye and kind of like depuff my eyes and make it less puffy. Okay, so as you know, jade doesn't come in just green, as you saw on that placard. It also comes in many other colors, although they're not as well known and probably not as expensive as the Imperial Green Jade. So here's another jade bead bracelet. It's just a simple bead bracelet on like a stretchy rubber band. But as you can tell, it is so pretty, and they come in all these variations of shades. Look at how orange this one is and how glowy. And then there's other ones like this that are more like yellow and more green there's ones with dark specks and everything. So the variation in this it's what's really cool. I love wearing this. Even though it doesn't look that glamorous, it's kind of like earthy, because the coolness of the jade, it gives a really nice sensation on your wrist. I especially like to wear this after I do, after a long day of typing. So I'm a keyboard warrior type person during the day. I do a lot of typing, and this, slipping this on over your wrist is like wonderfully cooling and soothing sensation. And it's also really like cool to, you know, if you're nervous, I like to pull on the beads and look at the beads. It's like this really nice warm apricot shade that is like very appealing to the eyes, and also looks good against my skin tones too. Okay, another jade, and this one is not jewelry, but this one I got because it's so charming, I mean, to me, and also I like the colors. So this is a jade carving of corn. Yeah, so this is like a stylized ear of corn. Here you have the kernels down here. And then on top you have this beautiful floral carving. And this is really nice and thin, like that. So it's like honey colored on one side and sort of like a clear white jade on the other side. I really love this because they put it on this beautiful cord with this complementary jade beads. So you have the reddish orange, you have the honey green jade, you have the regular green jade, and you have the white jade, and it's all tied together with this beautiful tassel that has all the colors as well. And the thing is, do you hear this really pleasant like ding ding sound? I love that. That's like a beautiful like ringing tones of jade. So if you had fake jade, or if you had plastic or something like that, the jade tone would be kind of dull. But if you have real jade, it has a nice high ringing sound to it. This one I really love, although I don't wear it. It's not meant to be worn, I don't think. I keep it on a hook by my bedside, by my drawer. And this hook hangs this other little bead thing too, this other dangly thing. And this one is made out of, I believe, sandalwood, because it has a really nice smell, and it's really soft and silky wood. This is really pretty. It's got like the head of a lion, a foo dog lion. Like these are guardian dogs, and it's shaped like this. So I think like, actually this was kind of a mini seal. Usually seals they carve your name on the bottom, and then you press it into wax, or you press it into ink to represent your signature. And this is like made to be a keychain. And it comes with this cool knot with this other beads, wooden beads on it. And this came as a gift for buying that other stuff from the Singapore store from Singapore. I mean, it's a jade store from Singapore, sorry. And I really like these because they're so cute and unique. Okay, moving on. I also have another jade that they gave me as well. And this one is a lower grade jade. You can tell it's lower grade because it's like opaque. It's not semi-translucent like the other ones are, but that's fine. This is like a nephrite jade, not jadeite like the other ones are. And this is like a different type of jade that is used for carving large type of carvings and stuff. But they gave me this for free as well, and I keep them, all three of them, on the same hook so they can dangle together. Okay, getting out of the jade field, let us go with my collection of cocktail rings. So cocktail rings are not high fashion rings. These are rings that are not meant for everyday use, but they're meant for the occasional fun time or event, like cocktail time or something like that. And they're usually large, a little bit garish, and I call them fun. They're not like your everyday diamond engagement ring that is tough wearing, you know, so they'll be set with stones that are not meant to be worn every day because they're not that tough, and they do chip and get broken, worn down if you wear them every day. So here's an example of a cocktail ring that I bought from Ross Simmons online. And Ross Simmons is great because they're a mass market, and they're great because you can get things on clearance for like 50%, 25%, 40% off. And I got this really cool, I think this might be aquamarine, or is it blue topaz, one of those, and it comes with simulated sapphires on the outside. So I love sapphires because they come in all types of colors, and this is like your large ring that you wear to an event for fun, and then when you come home you just put it away because it's too big and too loud to wear every day. I like to wear them at home when I'm typing because it cheers me up. You know what I mean? When I'm working, when I'm typing and I can see this ring on my finger, it makes me happy. Okay, so there's that ring. And then here's this other one. This one is one of my favorites. And this is a mint or Miralani tourmaline. So Miralani is, I believe, a place in Africa where they mined this this gem. Tourmalines are a semi-precious stone that comes in many, many different colors too. And they are great for cocktail rings. They're not too soft, so they're pretty tough rings, but they're probably not, they're not as tough as diamonds, because nothing is as tough as diamonds and sapphires generally. Those are the two hardest stones, but this is good for, you know, occasionally wearing. This one I bought on Etsy. I bought the stone by itself, and then I had the vendor offered to make it into a ring for me. So I said yes, and I just picked this really simple setting with two side diamonds. The diamonds on the side are not precious. They're like really not clear. They're kind of occluded, which is fine. That keeps the cost down, actually. So those type of diamonds, like those, the lower quality diamonds, can be used for side stones. And that is just to keep, I had a side stone because I felt like without the side stones, the center stone would just sort of stick out too much. So this is what it looks like. And it's quite large. I think it might be like a 4 or 5 carat stone. Yeah, so this is nice. The only bad thing about this was it took like a month for them to finish it. So I don't know why it took that long. It might have been done overseas. The thing I like about this stone is that it's got a minty green color, and that's why it's called a mint tourmaline. But as you can see, the colors on the sides are lighter than the colors on the top two portions, and that's the reason, is that tourmalines are known to have like zoning. So basically they'll have like different shades in different parts of the stone. Some people don't like that, and you know, they prefer to have one full color, which I mean, I agree. It has its pluses and minuses. I don't mind. I really quite like this ring. It was not that expensive because I bought the stone for a really good price. The only thing is that the labor was time consuming. Okay, let's go to something a little bit more gaudy. I'll do gaudy and simple so you guys can see the contrast. So this ring is like a really cool one. It's really huge. I'm really mad at myself because I dropped it and stepped on it, and the ring part got like crushed. But actually this is a really gorgeous ring. It's super gaudy and super like flashy, but I love it. So as you can see, it's huge. So what this is also from Ross Simmons. The stone in the middle, the blue stone, is actually a turquoise, and surrounding it is 3 rows of one of my favorite type of gems. And this gem is called a rhodolite. And rhodolite is a purplish pink garnet. So the garnet family is huge, and there's so many colors of garnets, and they go from really cheap to quite expensive actually. So these are pink rhodolites that are 3 rows of them, and along the edge these white gems are actually like topaz. So white topaz is quite not expensive. It's very plentiful, and they make you know, good pieces to replace diamonds in costume jewelry like this is. And I love this because it has a lot of contrast. It also has a lot of personality. It's just a pity that I freaking like stepped on it. The reason why the prongs in the middle are like that are because they're darkened. So they darkened the prongs to make it not too pale in the middle, which is also another great piece of workmanship. So I really quite like this. So I bought all of these on sale for like a really good price, actually. I love wearing this. I have to get it fixed soon, but I really love wearing this at home because it's such a big piece. Okay, speaking of garnets, I have 2 garnet pieces that I quite love. This one is a giant garnet piece. And this one is what I call honeybee or honeycomb. And basically they're like a whole bunch, like maybe 20 of these giant 1 carat garnets set in a huge ring. So what I love about this is garnet in certain angles appears very dark. So it looks like it's brown or black or something, but then when you hit a certain light, like this brilliant red sheen comes on. So I love wearing this because of this gorgeous red sheen. I also love it because all the stones are so big. I love big stones. You know, that's just me. I have a quiet personality, actually. I'm quiet in real life, but I like my jewelry loud and obnoxious. This is like really in your face, but I really love it. And what I regret is that I wasn't into stones early enough, because this ring style used to come in rhodolites like this big, okay? Nowadays, you would never have rhodolites, like a ring with rhodolites all like this at the same price. But back then, people didn't realize that rhodolites were going to become rarer and rarer, and that the high quality rhodolites would fetch a really good price. So I came to the stone game really late. The really good garnets are raising in price, and it's getting harder to find really large ones of this size. So this is like 20 something carats of giant like garnets. And speaking of garnets, I also have this more simple ring. So garnets were really popular during the Victorian age, I think. They gave off like the Victorians, they were kind of like prudish. So it's kind of prim. So they wore a lot of black. So this would go with their black, but then they also, in a certain light, it gives off a red shimmer, a red shine. So from the same gem vendor, I got this mint Miralani thing on Etsy. I also got this big garnet ring as well. So this is where I also bought the stone separately and then had them make it into a ring. This one is really brilliant and really bright light. So, but it's really in regular light. So I call it my Dracula ring because it's black and red. Okay, speaking of Victorian, I have these little bits and pieces that are kind of like Victorian looking. So this is a rock crystal that has like little rutilations. So these are like, has little hairs or little like, what do you call it? Inclusions inside that are like lines inside of the rock crystal. So rock crystal is clear, but because they have these little other things inside of it. It's like being crisscrossed by black lines. And this is like a sterling silver with little coral beads on it. This is really cool. It goes well with like casual outfits and everything like that. So this one is also from Etsy. As you can probably tell, I went crazy on the Etsy site and bought all these cool things. But I think it's cool to support like individual artists. Speaking of supporting artists. Oh, okay. Speaking of artists. So I bought these other rings off Etsy. Here's one that is, if you can see, it's like a reddish ring with like a cloudy inclusion in the middle. So this is a star sapphire, but it's a really tiny red ruby. No, it's a star ruby actually, and it's real. It's not fake, like a synthetic one, and it's really tiny. It's like maybe less than 1 carat, and it's set next to some orange, tiny orange sapphires in this silver ring. The silver is really bright because it's been coated with rhodium. And I really love this ring. It's super comfortable and light to wear. And also because I like looking at the star inside. The star of this is not that clear, but when it hits the light, it kind of shifts from side to side. So it's kind of nice and mysterious. It's not just a plain round ruby cabochon. And the ruby is very cloudy, so it's not very valuable, but it's fun to wear. And that's what I can say about most of my jewelry. It's fun, but not very valuable. Speaking of obnoxious cocktail rings, here we have Big Bertha. So Big Bertha is a 14 karat pink topaz, which is cut in the emerald cut. And she is like nice. I love this ring, even though it's a pink topaz is not expensive. It's quite affordable. And I love it because it's fiery red. It's fiery pinkish red. And I love it. The only bad thing is it has a slight chip on the bottom, because the problem with these giant rings is, like, look how big it is. It sticks out, and, you know, people bang their hands into things, you know, on a regular basis. So I have to be very careful not to chip her again. Luckily, it's on the edge on the bottom, so it doesn't mar this really beautiful clear surface. So the emerald cut is really great for clear stones because you can see through it like a mirror, actually. Yeah, speaking of clear, here's another sort of charming ring. This is like my obnoxious Big Berthas. So this is like, this ring in the middle is like a giant rock crystal. So rock crystal is really cool because it's like a clear glass, but then it's also has these sparkly qualities as well. So basically this one is also from Ross Simmons, and it's really big and high, so I don't wear this every day, but for fun. The green stones on the side are green diopside, and it's like a lovely green stone. The blue and the pink stones are what do you call it? I believe the pink stones, the pinkish purple stones, are rhodolites that I mentioned before that were on that giant turquoise and rhodolite ring. And the purple ones are Tanzanites. Yeah, so they're light blue Tanzanites. And this one is cool. I call this like my Gypsy fortune teller ring, because I feel like the rock crystal is kind of like an eye. It kind of looks like a crystal ball eye. I really love this one. Let's see. Another one. Oh, speaking of something that's not sparkly. So this is my most elegant, well, I wouldn't call it elegant, but I call this Chanel. So I name my rings like certain names for their nicknames, just so, because I like it and it makes them have more personality. This one is a black jade, and cultured pearl ring. And this is really cool. I don't really like to wear black and white that often for rings, because I feel like I like the colorful stuff more. But this is my really unique one. This is like big, make statement ring. I also like the jade, that it's nice and cool against my fingers. And I call it Chanel because Coco Chanel has pearls and black and gold as her themes. Let's see. Okay, another big gaudy ring. So this one I really like. This one is like an eye opener. This one is actually an aquamarine in the middle, giant aquamarine. It's probably not the super expensive type because I got this for quite a good price. And all the stuff on the outside, the white crystals on the outside are actually zircon. So zircon is actually a semi-precious stone. It's not to be confused with cubic zirconia, which is actually man-made, I believe. Yeah, so this is zircons, and in the light, this is super sparkly. This one is what I call the Dynasty Ring. You know, that the infamous soap opera from the 80s where they had a lot of gaudy rings and stuff like that. So this is my Dynasty Ring because it reminds me of that style and age. Another thing which is really cool is this. Oh, speaking of aquamarines, this is like an aquamarine ring full of everything on this is aquamarines. So I didn't realize that aquamarines were also kind of cloudy and milky. So these three stones in the middle that are kind of cloudy and milky are aquamarines, but then so are these outside rings that are kind of liquidy looking, like not like harsh like diamonds, but kind of liquid looking like water drops. Those are also aquamarines too. And I really love this ring because like it's very cool and calm. And it also, I feel like the elongated oval kind of makes my fat, chubby sausage fingers look less chubby and longer. Let's see. What other ring? Oh, okay. So I have this. This is supposedly diamonds. So I'm sure they're diamonds because they're super sparkly in the light, but they're super small pave diamonds. And pave diamonds are like super tiny diamonds where they all stick them together like they're paving I guess that's why they call them pave, because they're all stuck together. So these are champagne diamonds, which are yellow diamonds, yellowish diamonds, I guess. They're not white. So they're lower grade, of course. And then these blue ones are actually simulated blue diamonds. So they're fake blue diamonds. They're probably, so basically, this is like a really fun to wear sparkly blue and champagne ring, cocktail ring. So yeah, I can say I have diamonds. Diamonds are super plentiful and they're not my favorite. They're super expensive and, you know, for the really nice ones, and I just can't afford it. I would rather have like 20 really fun, cheap rings for everyday usage than to have like only one like giant diamond ring. So this is for those people that likes a sparkly ring with an unusual stone. So the sparkly blue thing in the middle, this stone is called a Druzy, and it's kind of like a metallic blue. In the sun, it's really cool. And the blue stones on the side are Tanzanites. They're super tiny. So I was about to return this because I think in the picture they made the blue stones on the outside look really, really prominent and big. But in person, it's a lot smaller. But then when I saw this in the sunlight, I forgave it and I decided to keep it because the Druzy is really charming and cool. Speaking of blue, here's my favorite little blue necklace, bracelet. This one is made of a material called Lapis Lazuli, And this one is actually like, I forgot what it's called, but this is like a famous blue stone that I forget. And this is silver beads. But this is like a stretchy bracelet, and Lapis Lazuli is dark navy blue stone that is flecked with little golden flakes. So I love wearing this. It goes well with almost everything that I have that is blue. It goes well with white linen blouses, you know, like those summer peasant blouses and stuff like that. And it's quite nice. I love to wear it in the winter, in the summer. It's simple jewelry, smallish beads, not too big. Looks good with my skin tone. Okay, you know what? I think I will start another video and stop it right here. So I'll have a second video with my other jewelry in a little bit. Hi, this is part 2 of my jewelry show and tell. Thank you for joining. Here's the second part of my jewelry collection. It's mostly rings and not really, it's not name brand stuff. So, but it's just fun stuff that I like. So let's get started. So one jewel that I got really interested in during the last year was this, and this is called a Fanta Garnet. As you know, Fanta is a famous soda. So it's like an orange flavored soda that is really bright and yellowish orange. So this is what this is. This is a garnet, and it's bright yellow, yellowish orange like Fanta. So Fanta is one of the more precious garnets. If you find a large Fanta that is like really clear and sparkly, and it's a good price, you should snap it up, because those things are not found every day, and they're quite popular. So I love this. I bought this off Etsy and it came from China. And this is the silver band. They do also make gold bands too, but you have to request it. It costs more, of course. I like silver with rhodium coating, and rhodium coating is this bright metallic white coating that they put on silver to keep it from oxidizing. So it increases the wearability of silver. So you can wear this, you don't have to worry about polishing it or messing it up. So basically this is like a really comfortable everyday ring. I also like this orientation of this ring is also sideways, from side to side. I think it's called east to west instead of north to south, because I think that if you have a smaller stone, it actually looks like it's bigger or more effective when it's like in this orientation instead of the up and down one. So speaking of orange, I love this stone right here. This is coral. So this is not very precious coral. This is just regular coral that's not that precious. The precious coral is the baby's breath, which is, or baby skin, or angel skin. I think that's what they call it. Angel skin coral, which is almost like super, it's almost pale to the point of being like pale pink or white, and that is one of the most precious. Or the super dark red, like super dark saturated red ones are the most valuable. This to me is just a very nice, comfortable everyday ring, and it's surrounded by many diamonds. I think it may be some other stone, maybe it's sapphires or something like that, but anyways, it's really cute, and it's not too big, not too small, and just perfect to wear. I like this color because I feel like looking at this color makes me feel happy, and I'm very sensitive to color. That's why I like wearing like rich saturated color. I feel like it really affects my mood, you know what I mean? So there's that orange one. Speaking of orange, let's go along this theme. I also have this. So this stone in this necklace, these are actually turquoise beads. So basically they're turquoise beads interspersed with some gold colored stones, And basically it's just a really comfortable necklace, and you just throw it over your head like this. So it dangles and it looks like this. This is perfect for wearing in the summer because it's delicate and the color is so cute and bright and cheerful that it looks really good with like white sort of like linen dresses, like those maxi dresses that people wear, sundresses in the summer. This is like perfect for that. Love it. And this stone is called carnelian. So carnelian is one of my favorite stones, and because it's bright, it's cheerful, it's not expensive, and it's readily available, and it can be made into all types of fun necklaces like this. Okay. All right, let's go to something a little bit more, let's go with green. Yeah. Okay, so this is a ring that I bought online from Etsy once again, and I'm super mad at myself because the thing with me is I'm very casual with stuff, and I'm always dropping things and stepping on them and stuff like that. So I accidentally flattened this ring, so I'll have to bring it to a jeweler to get it fixed. But anyways, this ring is really awesome. This ring features like two beautiful peridots, and peridots are a yellowish green stone. Look how beautiful those are. And in the middle, it's like an eye. So basically, it's a fluorite, which is a very soft stone, and usually not put into like rings because they scratch easily. But I like this because I don't wear it every day, and it's like a beautiful statement ring. It's a fluorite, rainbow fluorite, with one green side and one yellow side, and in the middle it's separated by a red line. Isn't this cool? This is my fairy hippie ring. So this is something that I would wear, like, you know, for the countryside or something like that, or the forest. It gives me like boho forest feeling. I really love the green. It's like so brightening and cheering. Speaking of green, I have this really cool ring right here. And this is one of my favorites. I wear this all the time. I try not to wear it all the time because I don't want to chip it, but I just can't help it. And this is like a really gorgeous peridot. I bought the stone by itself from this one guy who gave it for a really good price. And basically it's like, I think 6 carats, maybe 5 carats. Peridot, which is like a gorgeous yellowish green shade. And he basically just set it into a very simple ring setting for me with 2 side trillion diamonds. So these diamonds are super cheap. They're not expensive whatsoever because they're not very sparkly, and they're super included. So there's like, you know, it's not that clear. So that's why it's not that sparkly, I guess. So anyways, I just had them on the side to just give it like a different shape, slightly different shape, because I feel like the center stone needed some balance on both sides. So the center stone is one of my favorite stones. In the sunshine, this thing really like sparks. Let's see what else. Okay, I have just a few left. This is one of my favorite rings because it has labradorite in it. So labradorite is this cool blue stone. Well, it looks gray, but it actually has like blue shimmering lights in it. If you see that big stone in the middle, it's like dark gray, but when the sun hits it, it flashes with blue. So that's really cool. And the stones outside of it are like a London topaz. So London topaz is like a dark blue topaz. They're treated stones, so they're semi-precious, and they're not very expensive. They're quite cheap, and it's a super fun ring to wear. It matches with denim, jeans, and basically everything. If you wear black, this is also great to wear with that as well. I call it my midnight ring. Let's see. Oh, yeah, let me show you some precious, semi-precious stones. So this is one stone, that one of my current favorite stones, and this is like Spinel. So this is pink gray Spinel from maybe like Afghanistan or Burma or something like that. So Spinel is a semi-precious stone that is super sparkly, and not a lot of people know about it, but I totally love it. So I had this made in China through Etsy, and it took a while to get here, but I super love it. Even though it's a small stone, there's something about the sparkliness of the Spinel and the easy wearing of this ring that I just gravitate towards this time and time again. Okay, so let's go to something a little bit more serious. This one, speaking of pink stones, this one is one of my only like valuable rings. I mean, and by valuable, I mean, it's just like a little bit, maybe like $2,000 something. So not bad. Yeah, so this one is a large tourmaline. It's on the darker side, so I think the stone itself is not that valuable. But I love it because it's in this cool like octagon color, hexagon, hexagon shape, because hexa is 6. And it has like, it's in white gold with all these little cutouts. So a lot of work has been used to make this. And this one I got from moregems.com. So this is like a small family-run jewelry place that makes custom jewelry in Indiana. So I will leave a link down below so you can check out their stuff. But this is surrounded by diamonds and super sparkly and nice. It's one of my only fine jewelry rings because I really don't gravitate towards that, really. Let's see what else. Wait. Okay, here's another ring. This is also Labradorite. Oh, no. Let's see. This one. I really like this one. This one is a really nice moonstone. See how it's like clear as water with white, and then in the middle there's sparks like a blue, like a sort of an intense blue when the sunlight hits it, and it's surrounded by cubic zirconia. You know, little mini cubic zirconia. So here's another one. This is from the same jeweler who did the pink Spinel one. And that one, this one is a blue moonstone one. Super fun to wear. But moonstone scratches very easily. And since this is like a beautiful, like teardrop, I don't want anything to happen to this. So be careful with this not to scratch the stone. Let's see what else I have. Oh, here we go. Here is aquamarine and Tanzanite stone. Very nice. And yeah, so basically the aquamarine is very big and clear. And the Tanzanites are not, these are the cheap Tanzanites. They're not the really dark velvety blue ones that cost the earth. These ones are the cheaper little ones, like right here. So this is like a nice, cheerful, light ring. You know, I don't really wear it a lot because it's not really my style, but I just got it because it was on sale, and it was very well priced, I think, for its. Speaking about well priced, I got this at a rock bottom price, and I kind of want to get like another one because it's one of my favorite rings. And this one is has a wine colored stone in the middle. So this is the rhodolite that I'm talking about that are more valuable, and these are the purple, pinkish, wine red shaded stones. This one's my evil eye stone. So this is like a rhodolite in the middle surrounded by other rhodolites on the side, and it's black. It has like a black and silver setting to keep it like in that dark mode. So this is one of my favorites. Super comfortable. And these are all silver. So if you like stones and you like rings, but you don't like the cost, try to get silver stones. You know, the silver stones are fun to wear. They're durable, and you can wear them, you know, every day, and you don't have to worry about getting them messed up, and you can have some cheerful, fun thing. This is a fake ruby, like a glass-filled ruby, super cheap, with black Spinel pave on a silver band. Super nice. And then also, I don't care about like about the price so much. I will get this giant like fake cubic zirconia ring. The reason why I like this cubic zirconia is it's a really cool looking cubic zirconia that flashes blue, and it almost looks like a diamond to me. And of course I can't afford a diamond, so I'll just wear this nice one outside. It's very substantial and it has a thick band, so I like the way that the bag they designed this ring, so then it looks nice and icy on my finger. See how well that sparkles? It's one of my favorites. Super expensive. It's super cheap and super like fun to wear. Here's another one from China, from the same one that did my Spinel and the moonstone. So this one is a London topaz. London topaz is a dark blue topaz that is really nice. I really love how this color sort of shows off against the white cubic zirconia on the sides, and also looks really good against my skin tone. Let's see. Okay, and I love Labradorite. So this is a Labradorite bracelet. It's gray with hints of sparkly blue fire in it. Okay, this is really comfortable. It's just a stretchy band and super cheap. I bought this off Etsy. And oh yeah, here, speaking of blue, here's a Ross Simmons ring. These are all topazes. The dark ones are smoky topaz, and then the light ones are white topaz or a Swiss topaz, which is the lighter blue, and then the dark London topaz. This one's a cool ring. See? Okay, and the last ones are these two. This one. This one is a scene. This is like an agate. So these agates have like scenes in them. This looks like a landscape, like in Scotland or something. And it's on this cool like silver chain. And it looks like a picture inside. Isn't that cool? Let's see. Yeah, you can see it looks like a scenic, like a meadow or forest scene. And then I have this crazy one. These are fake, I mean, these are cheapo emeralds and cheapo rhodolites. They're highly with white topaz against rose gold. So this is like a fun, crazy cocktail ring. You have like this really cool like pattern, and then you have like your wine purple pink shades with these cool like grainstones, baguettes. Let's see. Oh, I have another cute ones. These are two last ones. This one is what do you call it, prasiolite or green amethyst, which I didn't even know existed. So this is a cocktail ring. It's not solid gold. It's basically gold plated. So you have to be careful because the gold plating wears off, and it has to be like replated again, but that's okay. It helps with the cost, keeps the cost down, because gold is very expensive right now. I love this one. Let's see. And then this is my most recent one, like probably most pricey. This is like a 3-carat Spinel. It's like a pink Spinel from Burma. So basically, this one is really cool and sparkly. It's this pink color with 2 side diamonds on the side. So this one comes with a dainty band and is super, it's super, what do you call it, fun and feminine. And it actually feels so comfortable on me. This one I bought from eBay, from a New York seller who sells like stones for a really good price. So I'll leave the link to his online store for you to check it out if you like this type of ring. I love Spinels right now, and I'm thinking about getting a gray spinel or a purple spinel. Thank you for watching. Hope you had fun on this video. I had fun showing and telling. If you like it, please like and subscribe, and I'll come back with more videos. I think next time I'll probably do a bag one, a designer bag one. Thank you so much. Good night. Bye.